Are you struggling with outer hip pain that will not go away? Maybe you've been to physical therapy or been to the chiropractor and had massages, even injections, and you're still experiencing chronic pain, tightness, soreness, maybe even the inability to stand on this leg for long periods of time. Hi, I'm Samantha. I own Not Now Therapeutics and I help people just like you overcome chronic symptoms with smart, simple, and effective strategies. So, if you have been rolling your glutes or putting a ball in your glutes and not seeing the results that you want to see, it is because you are just not targeting the right muscles. The insides of the thighs, the adductors, are actually responsible for outer hip pain. And in another video, I talk very much in depth about the science behind this. And I'll link that video to this one so you can go watch it. But what we are going to do today is release the muscles of the adductors to release the tension on gluteus medius and minimus, because your femur head sits in that acetabulum, and when you cross your legs or sleep without a pillow between your legs, those gluteus medius and minimus muscles get stretched out and weakened over time, and they relay that they can't do their job to you by saying ow. But oftentimes, the pain that you're experiencing is not the problem. It's just the symptom. So we have to find the culprit. And so right now, I'm going to teach you, using a foam roller, how to release the tension in your adductors. So grab your foam roller, grab a yoga mat, and get ready to roll it out. All right. We are going to start lying on our side. You're just going to bring that foam roller right in front of your groin area. And we're going to take the top leg and bring it over the top of the foam roller. So that foam roller comes way up into the groin area. So in this position, you can feel your legs start to sink down into that foam roller. Now in this moment, you're thinking, I don't really feel much. Correct. So what we are going to do then from this position, and maybe you are, and this is good enough for you, but if you would like just a little bit more pressure, we're just going to rotate that top body towards the earth, engage the abdominals, and let the legs sink. This is like a little half frog pose. And what I'm not going to do is just mash my leg into this foam roller. I'm going to sink. I'm going to allow. I'm going to soften. Your body's natural response to this is to contract, to push the roller out. So we want to stay under that area. I like to say green is go. That means there's nothing there. Red is stop. Yellow is where we want to stay, in this little place where you just barely kind of feel it and it feels like something. We don't want to over roll or give ourselves too much pressure and hurt ourselves. So here with that foam roller way up in the groin, we're just going to gently rock from side to side in those first 4 inches, the top of the leg, releasing some of the tension there. And if you find something that feels very tender, you're just going to hold that space. Breathe in, soften, and allow those muscles to relax. There's a very big difference between forcing and allowing. So we want to encourage a space for relaxation to occur. So we're not overstimulating our nervous system or our muscular system. Just allowing this muscle to relax in a way that feels supportive and safe. Beautiful job. Just a little bit more. Super duper. And then we're going to come back onto the side, take that foam roller and bring it now to the very middle of the leg, keeping that foot on the floor. Again, as we start to move closer to the knee, you're going to feel a little bit more tension in these muscles. So you may not need to go onto your belly here. You're just going to rock back and forth. And if you do, then you can just adjust. And again, I really want you to be aware that you're engaging your abdominals, so you're not arching into your low back or causing more problems for yourself. You're just going to roll gently from side to side, releasing the tension in these muscles. These muscles get super tight from sitting cross-legged, from sleeping, side sleeping without a pillow between your legs. Wonderful. Fantastic. When you find a spot that feels very special to you, then you can just take a moment to breathe there and relax. Amazing. And then one more. We're going to come back to our side. We're going to bring that foam roller just above the knee. See how that feels. Again, if you are speaking in tongues and smacking the floor, that's just too much pressure. See if you want to adjust your body. Beautiful work. Very nice. And then just above that knee, you're going to take that foot and lift it up and just get a little internal rotation of the hip. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes. And then you could just take some really nice big sweeping rolls. All right. And let's see how that feels. So go ahead, stand up, feel it out for a second. See if that hip feels a little bit better or different. And then we're going to go ahead and do the other side. So again, I'm bringing that roller right in front of my groin. I'm going to bring that top leg up and over. So that roller is very high up in there. Lovely. And then for me, I would like to adjust my positioning so I really feel that weight sinking. One of the hardest parts about this is actively relaxing into that foam roller. And just giving yourself a little back and forth, just in those first 4 inches. Beautiful work. Amazing job. Coming back onto your side, bringing that foam roller now to the middle of the leg. Really making sure that you're protecting your low back, that you're not just arching down, that you're engaging through your pelvis, engaging your ribs, taking the pressure off your back. You may find that one side is a lot more sensitive than the other side. And that is going to put some abnormal tension on your pelvis, which can not only affect your hips, your back, your knees, everything. It starts working up the chain. And if you find a spot that feels super special to you, and you just hold there and breathe, See if you can soften even more. And then just continue. Amazing. And then we're going to bring that foam roller just above the knee. Releasing any last bits of tension at those smallest little portions, the attachment points. Amazing. Super fantastic. And then one last time, we're going to internally rotate, lifting the heel and down. And, ooh, yummy. Wonderful. Yes, amazing. Take some nice sweeping rolls. Just feels good. Fantastic. And then, once you have rolled your adductors, a very important aspect of releasing the tension in the muscles is getting a little bit of mobility afterwards to encourage that newfound length. So I'm going to ask you to sit just like this, spreading those legs nice and wide. If you cannot sit up straight, or if you find that you're like rounded forward like this, pop a pillow or a blanket or something to just lift those hips up. It makes it a little bit easier. We're going to bring that roller in front of us. And I'm going to be keeping that spine nice and straight. I'm not rounding through my spine. And I'm just moving from my hips. I'm going to come forward, opening those adductors and backing off. Nice breath here. Exhaling forward and backing off gently and coming forward and backing off. Beautiful. I personally like using mobility and not just hanging in a stretch, because when we're hanging in a stretch, oftentimes that signals the muscle that it's going to tear, and so it'll contract instead of relaxing. So here I'm just going to my least most stretch, coming into that place, saying hello and backing off. So I'm repeatedly asking for just a little bit more length in a really nice, slow and controlled way. Amazing job. All right. How do those hips feel now? I would love to know. Let us know in the comments. And if you would like to learn more about why this is important, there is a video that I made about sitting cross-legged, how that affects your hips, that I would love for you to watch. If you're a cross-legged sitter and you have hip pain, I'm here to tell you, you must stop sitting that way. So if you would like to go a little bit deeper and learn more about what therapeutic foam rolling can do for you, I would love to see you in our school community. I offer monthly workshops, challenges, community support. I answer questions, and it's really a fabulous resource for anybody who is suffering in any type of chronic pain. I would love to see you there. Do let us know if this video helped you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.